Hello friends, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch this tutorial on how to fill out the senior project rubric form. This rubric should seem familiar to those of you who have done this in the past, with very few changes being made from last year. The first thing you will notice when viewing this document is that each of these are specific to a single student. For today's example, we'll be using John Doe, not to be confused with Jean Doe, who will also be presenting this year. Because this presentation will be digital, instead of having a paper document to write on, you will instead be editing a live document with your co-proctor. You'll notice that in addition to myself, James Felt also has editing rights to this document. Hello, James. When you first gain access to the document, you're going to move your cursor to each additional comments area and make sure that the second line of each area is blue. If not, please set the second line to blue. You can do this by clicking on the text color and choosing the blue option. This is to help distinguish your comments from the advisor's comments, which will take up the first line and be read. The first thing you will type on this line is the rubric score from 1 to 5 based on how the student has performed in the presentation. Following the score, you may then add any additional comments you believe would help give clarity to your score. Please note that additional comments, while highly appreciated, are not, in fact, necessary. Let's try an example. In this example, the student has earned a 4, and the reason for it is that the students seem to do a great job of going into their community and making a difference. However, I would have liked to see or hear more about the evidence of the impact. Once finished, the discrepancies between the scores will be averaged out, with any half scores being rounded by the advisor based on where they believe the score should be rounded. After the student has left, if there is any extra time, you may discuss with the advisor your thoughts on the score to better make your case. To be clear, if there are no discrepancies between the scores, you're free to relax once you've finished editing the document. The advisor will then highlight the total score, and once all scores are collected, they will be shared with the student. Please keep in mind, these scores will be shared with the students, so constructive feedback is welcome. In other words, let's make our comments meaningful and choose our words very carefully. Please see this example on how a project might be scored. Thank you for your time, and I hope you found this tutorial very helpful.